so I'm finally talking some She-Hulk Attorney at Law on the channel with episode 5 just dropping on Disney+. Super huge apologies for not doing reviews for the first 4 episodes. I actually have been enjoying the show. I've just been busy with so many different projects. But from here on out, episode 5 until the very end of the season, I am going to do weekly reviews for She-Hulk Attorney at Law. So make sure you stick around, leave a like, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And let's talk about some She-Hulk Attorney at Law. With that cliffhanger ending last week with Jennifer being served court documents from Titania over the trademark of She-Hulk, I had a feeling that this week's episode was going to be very interesting and how that played out in the court proceedings. Now, obviously, I assumed that Matt Murdock was going to show up in this episode by my shirt choice. He did not show up, so I do have a little bit of egg on my face for that assumption. We do get a tease of him at the very end of the episode, not to get ahead of myself, so hopefully next week. I think next week almost for sure is going to be the episode where Matt Murdock appears, with her also getting her suit at the very end from the same guy. To me, at least, I've enjoyed the easy breezy nature of this show so far. I like the fun, lighthearted tone, and this episode not really is any different. I did like the approach here with the courtroom drama between Titania and She-Hulk. I did think it was pretty funny that we open up the episode seeing all of the different products that Titania is making with the She-Hulk brand, even hijacking the title of the show. You do really feel bad for Jennifer in this episode because she's going through so much unnecessary, stupid drama because of Titania. And we haven't really gotten a big look at Titania yet until this episode. And I think Jamil is okay in the role. I mean, she's meant to be this very cringy influencer type character. So in that aspect, I do think she is nailing it, and the dynamic between those two. Whether it's the scenes of Jen and Titania or when it's She-Hulk in the courtroom, I had to laugh because, of course, we make the obvious reference to Shrek when she walks into the courtroom. Titania makes that joke. It was kind of nice to see Pug and Nikki go on their own kind of adventure in a Beast storyline, because they are going to look for the guy that makes all the gear for all the different superheroes, this fashion designer type named Luke. Even before we get to him, I thought it was hysterical that we see all of the bootleg knockoff Avengers merch that's spelled incorrectly, Avengers, stuff like that. Gradually, I feel like we're seeing Jennifer embrace the She-Hulk name more and more as each episode progresses, and the fact that she's going to probably be forced to be a superhero at this point, much to her chagrin. While I do enjoy many aspects of the show so far, the one that I'm still kind of on the fence about is the stuff involving the actual courtroom drama elements, which is kind of weird to say because, you know, Jennifer Walters is a lawyer. Even though she's not a lawyer in this episode, she's being represented by a person that she's not a big fan of for this case against Titania. It's one of the things about the show that I do hope continues to get better as the episodes progress, along with, of course, She-Hulk action. We haven't really seen very much She-Hulk action so far, but I think that is going to change in the near future. The courtroom drama itself, it was okay. It wasn't like amazing, blow my mind kind of stuff here. It was a very standard court case drama. I was surprised to see the return of all the different terrible dates that Jennifer went on because they appear as witnesses in the courtroom, especially that weird guy Todd. I feel like with the way he is brought up in the episode, he's going to end up being a little bit more important than the rest of them. At least that's what it felt like to me. But that other guy that actually slept with Jennifer Walters and was really more so interested in She-Hulk and not Jennifer at all, I still hate that guy. Even when he gets on the stand and basically admits that to everyone with her in the audience, I felt terrible for Jennifer in that aspect. Not only that, but the fact that he also hits on Titania afterwards, like you could just tell that that's a weird kind of type he's into. I mean, hey, I think She-Hulk's pretty attractive too, but Jennifer Walters is attractive too. Like, what the hell? Much to the surprise of pretty much nobody, the whole plan that Titania has to take She-Hulk's name is foiled because the court favors in Jennifer's favor. I mean, that's the first of many battles I feel like we're going to see between her and Titania in the show. This was more of a courtroom drama battle, and I think we're going to see more physical battles as the series progresses. I don't know if Titania is going to be the main antagonist of the show. The show hasn't really established like a main antagonist so far, so I feel like Titania probably, at least currently, is the central antagonist. But looping back to what I said earlier on in the video, we do get to see Jennifer Walters goes to this Luke guy and gets her suits. We don't get to see the reveal of the suits, but you know, we've seen the footage. We know what the suit looks like. I think it looks pretty awesome. And the fact that we also are teasing Daredevil. We see his suit actually hanging up on the rack, and his new yellow helmet is in the box that's about to be delivered. So that's why I have a good feeling that next week we're going to see Matt Murdock. I mean, I feel like it would be horrible if they teased that at the very end and then just didn't have him in the next episode. They just continue to stretch his appearances along. Since as a longtime fan of Charlie Cox as Daredevil and the Daredevil series as a whole, I cannot wait to see him interact with Jennifer Walters. And he's going to be a continuous presence in the rest of the MCU. So, I mean, we already saw him in No Way Home. We know he's getting his own show. He's going to be in Echo probably. So, this is kind of the start here of seeing Charlie Cox kind of get a more big, expanded role in the MCU once again. But overall, pretty decent episode, very fun, lighthearted. I didn't hate it or anything. There wasn't really anything about this that blew my mind, but I had fun with it. Very short episode, so make sure you share your thoughts down below. What did you think of episode 5 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law? Did you like the episode? Did you dislike the episode? Share any thoughts or theories you may have on where we're going to go in the next couple episodes. Matt Murdock, you think we're going to see him next week? Not next week? Either way, share all your thoughts down below. It's part of the fun is having the conversation with you guys in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for the reviews. I always do appreciate that. Make sure to like on the video and also subscribe to the channel so always up-to-date reviews, reactions, unboxings, and more. For the next time, I'll see you guys later.